Hello and welcome to Only in Your Mind. My name is Natasha and this week I am doing another SpongeBob face paint. And you guessed it, it is SpongeBob. If you guys want to see how I did this really cool SpongeBob, just keep watching.
Okay, so we're back with another SpongeBob creation, and I'm going to put him on my forehead right there, and that's an image I found online of SpongeBob, and I'm only going to do part of him, just basically his face. And this yellow that I am using I thought was way too light, so I will be painting over this yellow with a Mehron yellow. Okay, and I am using a number 2 round brush here, and I am leaving space for SpongeBob's eyes right there. And I really enjoyed doing this SpongeBob. I was going to stop because I didn't think it looked really good, but I just kept going and it turned out pretty good. So here is where his mouth's going to be, right there. And then I'm going to kind of erase some of the yellow because I want to make sure that his eyes are nice and white. But even if I kind of get some yellow with the white on the edges, it's okay because when I outline, it should be able to cover up where that's mixed. So anyways, so I'm doing this one eye and then I'm going to do the other eye, and the other eye, his eyelid kind of goes down a little bit, and you'll be able to tell in a second when I move over to that side. So I have really been enjoying doing SpongeBob's face paints. I'm not sure if I'm going to do, I think I'll do Patrick next week. So right here, I'm just going to take off a little bit of SpongeBob right there because I thought he was kind of thick on that side, and now I decided to go ahead and use the Mehron yellow. Here is where his little hand is and his fingers pointing at his face like he's thinking. There's one finger, and there's his thumb in the back, and there we go, that's his arm. So now I'm using this split cake from Fusion, Leanne's Pixie pastel palette, and I used the green and the yellow and I mixed them together to get the side of SpongeBob kind of like has a shadow that casts kind of like a green. And then I'm using in that same palette, I'm using that green, and then I'm going to go ahead and water the green down and kind of make it look like it's 3D, and those little holes in SpongeBob's sponge. So anyways, so now I'm using blue, and this is from Mehron for his eyes or his pupils, and here's his other pupil. So now it's time for some outlining. So that same dark green that I used earlier, I'm going to outline his body, and then I'm going to take some black from Wolfe and do his eyebrows and his eyes and do some outlining of his eyeballs. And right there is his cheek on one side, and I'll be using red to outline his cheek. See, there we go. And he has, I think, 3 little dots there. 1, 2, 3. And here is his smile, and that is with black. And I decided to remove the yellow for his teeth. So there's 1 and there's 2, and then I'm going to fill it in with some yellow again and in between, and I'm going to add a little bit more white to make sure his teeth look big because he's got those nice chompers, right? Oh, and I'm going to take some red and give him a little chin, and I forgot to do that green on this side, so let's complete that side, and let's get back to those teeth and outline in black right here. And I'm really happy the way SpongeBob is turning out. Let's give him some black dots inside of his eyes, and then what's really hard is to actually outline around the blue. That was like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to mess it up. But anyway, so yeah, it turned out pretty good. And then we're gonna outline his hands, or his hand, because I don't have his other hand there. But there we go, let's outline that hand. And I decided to take some white and give him part of his collar And here it is. I'm going to give him part of his collar here. And I wanted to give him his shoulder too. So I'm going to go ahead and put his shoulder over there. And then I'm going to outline it. And I'm going to give him those little triangles for his collar and some red for his tie, the little knots right there. And now it's time to give him a background. I'm using Leanne's Happy Pixie pastel palette, and I am going to use the lighter color on the outside and the darker color on the inside, closest to SpongeBob. And I love the way the blue looks in the background of SpongeBob. It makes him pop out even more. It looks really cool. So anyways, so let's finish this up. And what I'm going to do too is I'm going to flip that sponge around, and I'm going to go back into that palette that I have, and I'm using these colors right here, and they are very shimmery and very light. So I'm going to put that on my eyelids. I want a little bit of pink in there too as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pink, put it on my brow bone, and then I'm going to take the pink too and actually put it in the sky, or it's not even the sky, it's the water. So I'm going to do that, and then put some on my cheekbones. And of course, my favorite stencil. Let's add some dots here. We'll add some dots around his head, dots at the side of him. Also too, I'm using this really absolutely fantastic dauber that is great for stencil work, and I'm going to put some of those dots right there on the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to take some white and put it in the corner of my eyes, and take a damp to almost dry brush and kind of blend it out. So I decided to go ahead and give SpongeBob some jellyfish floating around him, and I'm using light pink from Mehron, and I'm going to give him another jellyfish on this side, a little bit bigger, and I'm going to take some dark pink and do some dots and actually kind of like outline the jellyfish as well. And I'm going to take some black and give myself some eyeliner, and then take that same wonderful dotted stencil and put some on my brow bone right here. And then I'm going to flip it. It has some like little squares, so I'm going to put that there and give myself some dots. And then I thought it would be pretty cool because there's always like flowers. I'm going to do a double dip flower. I'm taking this petal brush from Silly Farm, and then I'm going to use some pink on the end. And then I'm just going to plop it down. So to make him stand out a bit more, I decided to outline him again with some black Wolfe paint. So I'm going to outline him with some black, and then he's going to be outlined a third time with some white from Wolfe. And we are coming to the end of this video. I really enjoyed doing the SpongeBob, and I cannot wait to complete this series of SpongeBob characters. It was so much fun. So I actually took some pink glitter and put it on the little jellyfish, and also in the background too, and I gave myself some lipstick. Thanks guys for coming and checking out SpongeBob. You guys are amazing, and hope to see you back for the other characters from SpongeBob.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I did another character from SpongeBob. And of course, I had to do SpongeBob next, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I think it turned out pretty cool. And I said I was going to show you my crochet creation of SpongeBob, and here he is. So anyways, if you guys really enjoyed this video, leave me a like if you want. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Hit that little bell button so you can get notified of all my other videos. You guys have a wonderful weekend. God bless, and I'll see you guys on my next video.